the bookie. Today we will unlock the book, Moneyball, The Art of Winning an Unfair Game. There used to be a consensus among professional baseball circles that only wealthy teams can afford to hire players that are good enough to help them win, and that smaller teams, strapped for cash, were stuck with injured or untalented players that almost guaranteed failure. Simply put, in Major League Baseball, MLB, the amount of money available for the operation of a team is a good indicator for its success or failure. For example, the funding ratio between the richest and the poorest team in the National Football League is 1.5 to 1, in the National Basketball Association, the ratio is 1.75 to 1. But what do you think it is in Major League Baseball? It is indeed 4 to 1, that is the ratio of the total salaries of the 7 richest baseball teams, compared to the 7 poorest baseball teams. The New York Yankees are the richest and the most famous of all these teams. Without having watched a single Major League Baseball game, you probably still know the New York Yankees since they often get mentioned in Hollywood movies. As the wealthiest team, they inject enough money into their team, attracting a lot of fans who want to experience their games and outstanding records. They also use numerous advertising opportunities that attract even more fans to their team. Unlike the New York Yankees, the Oakland Athletics are a much smaller team which had a comparatively small funding for its operation, at less than a third of that of the New York Yankees. It seemed to be an insurmountable obstacle for the Oakland Athletics to win games under such conditions. Yet they were able to pull it off. This seemingly hopeless team won countless games with minimal funds at their disposal, even going on a record-breaking winning streak. This accomplishment rallied the nation behind the Oakland Athletics, and many at that time asked, how in the world did they do it? To answer the question, the author of this book reviewed the team's journey to the top of the league, and eventually discovered their implementation of the Moneyball strategy. The Moneyball strategy is a concept which uses a comprehensive data analysis to find better value for money in players who are considered untalented or washed off. Now you may think, well, this is about baseball, and I don't know or care about it, it has nothing to do with me. So why should I bother to listen to this bookie? One key reason for listening to this bookie is to learn about the Moneyball strategy. This strategy is a study of how an underdog can triumph over a stronger opponent. It and its lessons can be applied everywhere and are relevant to those who are not the top companies in any industry and are seeking to have a competitive edge. This book will inspire us to learn how to maximize competitive advantages in a systemically uneven market environment. The book is written by Michael Lewis, who worked for Salomon Brothers, a leading Wall Street investment bank. For nearly 3 decades, he has been regarded as one of the most popular financial writers in the world. Lewis is known for capturing typical characters and events in American society, and you may have heard of his other best-selling publications, such as The Blind Side, Liar's Poker, The Undoing Project, and The Big Short. This book, Moneyball, is one of his most influential works. The Moneyball strategy and the big data operation idea, highlighted within the book, subverted the baseball culture and have expanded to other managers from all walks of life. Brad Pitt's movie, Moneyball, was also adapted from this book. In 3 parts of this bookie, we'll look at how the Oakland Athletics pulled off the impossible and how the Moneyball approach took the world by storm. Part 1, what is Moneyball? Part 2, why is Moneyball effective? Part 3, how to create miracles using the Moneyball strategy.